Okay, let's go live. Can you hear me? Pratik?
Sir, I can. Yes, sir, I can.
Perfect. Let me just check if we are there right there. Acha. So okay, I think we are live now. 1 second. Okay, cool. Guys, those who are joining this live session, welcome to the session. I'm Lucknow calls around this evening. I've got Pranting with me, who's one of the mentor at C2C. He's from I'm Lucknow, PGP student. And what we intend to do today is give you guys a rough idea as to how one should be preparing for I'm Lucknow, and what goes inside, what sort of interview thing you need to be looking at. So Prantik, can you share your experience first, that when you started preparing for I'm Lucknow, like when you got a call last year, what was the reaction and how you started taking things step by step?
Yes, sir. Firstly, congratulations for all those persons, all those people who has got interview call. So I would quickly share about my interview experience. Previous year there was no VAT, first of all.
Right.
So the 50% weightage was distributed in PI only and profile. There was no VAT, there was no GD. The next thing was my interview was very short. It was around 8 minutes, and there were two panelists. One was marketing prof, another was HR prof. So my interview mainly revolved around my profile, then current affairs, because it was voting time that time in West Bengal. So they asked me a direct question. They directly wanted me to say which party will win the election, and they wanted an answer for that.
Oh, that was a bouncer, man.
Yeah, so I stated my fact. I thought that party will win the election, and I stated the reason that this was the reason that I think of that. And it was I didn't. The party which won the election was not the ruling, not BJP. So I stated that party's name because they wanted me to answer that thing, because they were stressing that I should name one party. And I stated my fact that why I think that the ruling party will again win. And then they ended the interview in 7 to 8 minutes. And my shortlist was in the first list only. So what I believe is that if they are really asking you for opinion, if they're really asking you to state one political party, it's good that you state, and you should justify that with the reasons. I mean, why do you think that that party should win? You should not guess something blindly. If you're stating a fact, since I was there in West Bengal and they were not, so I can relate to that thing more, because that time the voting was going in 7 phases. So already 3 were done. So I used to follow the news because there were a lot of questions that was asked from the voting, because that previous year West Bengal voting was a big boom. Everyone was talking about that.
Right.
So I stated about that.
Right. Okay. So is there anything which is really particular about I Am Lucknow that students need to understand, that they will be more on the profile level, they'll be more on the academics level, or they'll be more on your workist level, or they'll be asking you random question like abstract question, something like that. Is there any specific thing about I Am Lucknow?
See, the program is very, as you see, it's very ABCL programs are very related. It's a student governed body. There are not many have felt that profs take part, because there are almost more than 15 committees and clubs. So I believe that the interviewer, there are two sorts of interviewer, as I've said previously on the session as well, that there are some interviewers who are very strict. They are very formal in their way. They are a bit aged. So if you see such interviewer in a panel, try to be formal, and they will ask you questions. Those interviewer mainly of economics or statistics. Those interview take those classes in your will take classes in your first year. So if a person's background is economics, or he has done his stats in his UG, then there are every chances that you will get some technical questions from your UG. Apart from that, all those persons who have WorkX, there is a course, MIS, Information Management is a course. So if you have a WorkX guy who has done some WorkX, like I had some WorkX with me in IT. So you can expect questions from IT, and there will be some corporate person as well, because there are a lot of professors who has worked outside for 30, 25 years. Then they have went here, done their PhD and become a professor.
True.
So it's not that you can pull them around, because you will think there's a thing that I know my work is more, but it's not that. They have already seen that part. They've already worked in for 30 years. Then they have came back. So what I believe is that even in ABCL interview, you have to be honest to yourself. There should be some questions in your strength. There should be some questions which are not in your strength. If something you don't know, don't globe around it, because they will not entertain that. The second thing is that your answer should be very structured. If you're hoping if you're targeting for ABCL, your answer will be very structured. That's the difference I feel in a CAP interview and a ABCL interview. That they will ask you questions. They can even give you questions like to solve some mini cases, some guesstimates, and there'll be a lot of questions about yourself. And by yourself, I mean situational level question. I mean, you are in a position like that. Supposedly, you are saying that you're not telling about yourself, but you are showcasing that I am a good leader. So
Right.
then they will give a situation where they will ask you, if you were there over here, if you were in that place, how will you tackle the situation? So something like that.
Okay. So moreover, it will be on a decent level. They don't really have to worry about it. Like it's not gonna go weird, like because sometimes cap round में कुछ चीजें उल्टी पुल्टी पूछी जाती है. So I'm Lucknow should be straightforward for kids, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Abstract questions I haven't faced, or the number of interviews which I have seen my friends have given, they haven't faced any abstract question in their interviews.
Okay. Fine. So now the shortlist is done, right? Around what is the date that we are looking at that IIM Lucknow will start calling students for the interview? Like how much time now they have?
Okay. Previous year, my IIM Lucknow interview overlapped with IIT Delhi interview, I guess. So it's an online interview. There are a lot of interviews, and what I did was I requested IIT Delhi admin team to postpone my interview for a bit, because IIM Lucknow, I got the mail before IIT Delhi. So I said them the exact reason that this was the reason, and maybe you can also dodge it by something like that. But I said them the exact reason. This is the reason that I need to postpone the interview, because I have got that mail before I have got the IIT Delhi mail. And the day my interview was scheduled for IIT Delhi, that day only I revert back to them saying that I have already an interview at that time. You can either give it that time, adjusting my time, or you can give it on the next day. And they postponed my interview.
So what timeline we're looking at? Like, will this happen in the month of February, or like this will go like post mid of the Feb?
It's a long process. There'll be lot of persons, students that they will be giving interviews. But generally, I can tell you my Bangalore interview and Lucknow interview was very near. My FMS interview was very far. So in the midweek of Feb or last of Feb, it will start.
I see. Okay, so now you guys have to buckle up now. देखना पड़ेगा. You have to get your introduce yourself done. Why MBA done? While I am Lucknow done. Which program? All these things, right? They won't be having more than like 30 days roughly. अगर किसी का पहले आ जाता है तो किसी का end of the February भी आ सकता है, किसी का first में भी आ सकता है, March में. But
the thing is that now it's online. So previously offline there was zone basis first, but now it's random.
Right. Perfect. So again, nothing much. You guys, you need to expect. जो भी आप कर रहे हो, एकदम chill mode में चलो. Right? जो भी आपका preparation level है, जो एक HR level, जो basic questions होते हैं, वो कर लो. मेरे ख्याल से I think having an understanding about your specialization will create a difference, at least for a college like IIM Lucknow. Abstract बोला है प्रांतिक ने, abstract वगैरह कुछ ज़्यादा पूछेंगे नहीं. Straightforward चलता है. प्रांतिक, one thing I wanted to ask. लास्ट ईयर सब बच्चों का इंटरव्यू 7-8 मिनट 10 मिनट चला या फिर किसी को रगड़ा भी था, मतलब ज्यादा समय के लिए?
Maximum 15. I mean
15 minutes.
Yeah, they give a huge shortlist. I mean almost 2,000 people they gave a shortlist previous year.
कुछ 8,500 लोग हुए हैं eligible for the.
And there are two ABM. This is something which I would like to talk about. ABM and PGP. These are two separate courses, but the placements happen together. Your summers will happen together. You will be. I mean, there is no discrimination. Only is that ABM mein you have to read one subject, one book extra.
Okay.
For the first year, I'm talking about the first year. So the first trimester. Except for that one subject, everything is similar.
Okay. Okay, perfect. But anyway, ABM will be more towards the agri and PGP is going to be more towards the general management. Cool. Thank you so very much, Prantik, for joining in. We just wanted to have a quick session just to give you guys a little idea that, how IIM Lucknow, one has to prepare for. Prantik is from IIM Lucknow. Prantik, you are PGP 2, right?
Yes, PGP 1. I'll be PGP 2 next year.
Okay, now you will be. Okay, because there are some other ho jayega. So guys, he is with us as a mentor. So anybody who is with us at C2C, preparing for IIM Lucknow, he is going to be the one who will be mentoring you. Along with there is another student, Santok. She's a chartered with like 5 years of work ex. So nothing extraordinarily that you have to prepare. Just focus more on your academics. Focus very well on your HR questions. मेरे ख्याल से वही सबसे important चीज होती है किसी भी PI में. And I have a clarity of thought. मुझे specialization क्या करना है और क्यों करना है. Before we move ahead, Prantik, do you think you are allowed to talk about specialization and placements, like giving us an idea that where IML has a great hold? Like I know they are doing amazingly good in finance. According to me, I rank them 4th place as far as finance is concerned. ABC and then L. That's my ranking for finance. But what's up with the consult wala domain and sales and marketing or operations per se, placement wise?
I guess I can tell you the names of the company a bit or the overview because that is already been shared.
Perfect.
So see the process something like that consulting and fin company comes first, and we have our summers within 2 months. The day you will get into your college, your seniors will be starting asking for your CV.
Right.
Within 30 to 35 days, your CV will be freezed. And then there'll be a hectic process that there'll be some committee who will be teaching you or will be trying to mentor you for your summers. And according to placements, there are a lot of companies which we have joint session with ABC because the pre-placement talk that we have that joint session with ABC sometimes. And there are certain companies which are inclusive. I feel the major difference is that the companies is almost similar, but the role offers are a bit different if I'll compare that with ABC. And the package sometimes it differed, but I guess the summers were around more than 2 lakhs. The average summers were, and there was a highest placement of 3.4 lakhs per month. That was a finance company who has given 3.4 lakhs per month.
Nice.
6.8. Yeah.
Nice. Perfect. So, okay, cool. We will talk about this more when we, do the Zoom session at C2C. Prantik, thank you so very much for joining in. Guys, I hope this session helped you. एक छोटा सा session हमने करा just to give you guys a bit about idea कि यार, IIM Lucknow अगर call आया है. It's one of the big IIM. वैसे देखा जाए तो ABC के बाद L is on the way. So guys, we wish you all the very best. Do very well. Slog yourself for this one interview. It's worth, right? And if you need any help, we will always be around. You can look forward to sort of get in touch with us, and we should be helping you. Got into ABM. How is it? ABM is fabulous. मेरे ख्याल से IIM Ahmedabad के बाद IIM Lucknow का ABM is the best in the country. So ABM के लिए definitely no doubt. PGP के लिए no doubt. Even SM is doing good मेरे ख्याल से. So guys, that's it from our side. Prantik, thank you so very much for joining in. I'll see you tonight.
Thank you.